Hey guys, Andrew Shrout. I'm here in the sideboard. I'm sitting with Jared Boettcher, Rookie of the Year. And you have shown up with a bit of a spicy number, playing Jund Aggro. So tell me a little about why you chose to play this deck and kind of where it came from.
When I was coming back from the Pro Tour, I wasn't happy with like the just overall staleness of Standard with like Abzan, Jeskai, Mono Green. There's not much room to finagle anywhere. Okay. So I kind of was trying to figure out where can I try and get an edge and be different and see what works together. Okay. I wanted it to be Naya, but it just wouldn't work. And I just figured Jund had the most powerful cards overall, so tried to make it work.
All right, fair enough. The card that you actually pointed out to me is like the one you thought was the best card in the deck, kind of the glue that holds it together. 4 Heir of the Wilds.
Yep.
Sell me on Heir of the Wilds.
So it's 2/2 Death Touch, sure, which is insane for 2. It curves out perfectly. It gets pumped later on by almost every single one of your creatures. Okay. So that when it attacks, it's a 3/3. It trades with everything on the ground except like a monstrous Fleecemane Lion. Okay. So like Rhinos can't attack into it, Coursers can't block it, Caryatids can't block it. So it's great on both the offense and the defense. Okay. It's
kind of like a Watch Wolf Typhoid Rat split card, I guess.
Basically.
Okay. I can see that being a powerful effect. And then we'll kind of move up the curve then. So that's the 2-drop, the kind of backup 2-drop Rakshasa Death Dealer, and then Goblin Rabblemaster. I've heard that's a powerful Magic card, and 4 Fanatic of Xenagos as your other 3-drop. So tell me a little about the Death Dealer and Fanatic of Xenagos. Those are some cards that I think have been looking for homes.
I was trying to find another 2-drop to like complement the aggro curve or the possible defense curve, and I didn't want to play Caryatid. I didn't want to play like Voyaging State or anything. So like Death Dealer is the next best thing. You can pump it, it triggers air, it regenerates, so it's like able to live through 90% of the removal. It's a very overall great 2-drop. It's a little stressful on the mana, but that's not the worst. Fanatic, I love Fanatic. I didn't like him before, but like I was looking for a 3-drop. I needed to be able to pump air or to be better than having a 4 toughness or 4 power rather. Okay. And Fanatic just does everything. It's either like a 4/4 pressure that they have to answer, or it can swing for 4 damage the first time, and then it's a 3/3 that can't swing through like Courser, but I have like other support to get Courser out of the way so that Fanatic is still just hammering in all the time. Okay. So the early assault then, just big guys on the ground. And then your top end is actually kind of the top end we've seen in Standard before. 4 Stormbirth Dragon, 4 Pulacranos, and then a smattering of Planeswalker kind of card advantage engines. 2 Chandra Power Master and 2 Sarkhan Dragon Speaker. Exactly. So do you kind of, are you thinking like you're an aggro deck when you're playing, or is it kind of more mid-rangey to you? I'd like to think I'm more aggro, but the deck changes gears very well, so like I can play defensive if I have to. It's just all about like manipulating your scries and figuring out how to maneuver through the game to where you want to be. Okay. You mentioned that you thought coming out of the Pro Tour that this Standard was maybe even stale already. Like it kind of feels like a two deck Standard, at least for right now, just with Jeskai and Abzan. Those are 2 decks you absolutely have to be able to beat in order to win this tournament. So how do you feel about those 2 matchups? The Jeskai matchup I'm pretty sure is like more than fine. The Abzan matchup is just like, it can go either way. All the cards in the Abzan deck are powerful. They have a lot of inevitability. I have a decent amount of inevitability, but it's just like, depends how the games go. Okay. The Abzan matchup is a lot better after board, I think. All right. So I asked you about your board. So like right before I even looked at it, it's like, so what else is in here? He's like, well, I got some weapons. I brought a lot of equipment. You have I've notated down as the 4 weapons: 2 Bow of Nylea, 1 Whip of Erebos, and 1 Hammer of Perforos. Yep. Are those kind of seem like feel like mid-range kind of game breakers? Pretty much. Like the bow offers like attacking creatures with death touch, so I can break stalemates easier. Okay. It also gives me like the life gain if there's mono red running around. The whip is another one that gives me like 2 creatures, kind of like recycles my old ones. It gives me life gain, so it's real good against Abzan. Okay. And then the hammer is just like any deck that wants to draw me out to the late game. I'm just going to overpower you with this hammer, giving all my guys haste, and just being able to make golems every turn is very good. So just never running out of attackers. Exactly. Is the idea. All right, fair enough. And then the last card on the sideboard that I wasn't quite sure what purpose it serves. I trust that you know what purpose it serves. 2 Ashcloud Phoenix. What's up with that? It's good against the junk deck because they need to spend specific removal to kill it for good, or they need to 2-for-1 themselves. Okay. So that's never good for them. Also, it's good against like the red-green monsters matchup where the ground gets gummed up a lot and you just want to be attacking over their creatures.
Sure. Okay.
So it just gives you a little more reach in certain matchups.
Gotcha. It's kind of like backup Stormbreath Dragons in those spots?
Exactly.
All right, fair enough. All right, so I believe we just finished round 4.
Correct.
And you are 4-0.
I am.
Gotten out to the good start. I'm trying to jinx you, but I don't know.
Thanks.
I don't know if I can pull it off. I think that your skill can overcome my jinx ability.
I hope so.
I hope so too. I'll be rooting for you. Thanks for sitting down with me.
Thank you.
Stick around. We've got plenty more coverage coming at the Standard Open here in Worcester.